Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here, the followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that, yet again, this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. We have already started here. Simons, back into the middle. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Kamara. Gets his pass away. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's had it nicked away. Wharton. Simons. And the ball is out of play. And that has left him in a heap. Played back in. Oh, that was vital. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Now it's Kamara. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, when it comes to youth and potential, Peter, it's hard to look past Pedri, who is probably going to have a very busy game here. I think he's got everything that you need to play in a midfield role, and he's so cute and clever with any aspect of the game in that department, which is usually the busiest part of any field. He will always find a way of standing out because of his beautiful, beautiful passing.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much.
Kubasi.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Rafinha, he's found the way through. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Xavi Simons. Solanke. And Wharton. Back into the middle.
Look, movement creates more of...
Real chance! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Oh, the contact was as crisp as it comes. The direction was the issue. Barcelona clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Gives it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
And that's played in low. It's a good ball out wide. Pedri. Pedri really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Big chance! Goal! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Sunderland have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
No outsmarting him this time. Wharton. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Wharton. Xavi Simons. That is good strength. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And he's really put himself on the line here. Sunderland with the corner, they're first. Simons. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Cleared away. Vermeer. Spread out to the left. And Rafinha. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
That is ended up in no man's land. Gavi.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
That's a throw. Played over towards the opposite flank. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Sunderland, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Gavi. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Yamal looking to get on the end of this. Wharton. Camera. Spread neatly. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. This their second corner of the game. Out for a throw. And here's Solanke. Balde. Team still separated by the game's only goal. And that is as far as they're going to go. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, and the creator-in-chief is unsurprisingly being treated as a special case now.
Pedri. Gavi. It's Pedri. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
El dorsal 16 será reemplazado por
Oh, nice touch.
el dorsal 20.
Well read, and the danger is averted. Balde. Rafinha. Camera. Gavi. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Lewandowski. Dani Olmo! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Araujo wins the duel this time. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Rafinha. Great work on the overlap. Balde, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. And here's Yamal. Couldn't squeeze it through. Lovely feet.
Barcelona really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Solanke.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Played out to the left flank. Rafinha. Oh, that's fabulous. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Xavi Simons is in a really good position out wide. Eric Garcia proves too strong. 1-0 as we head towards the end. And he's been shifted off it. Sunderland clearly now in lead preservation mode. I think we're just about done here. Wharton, they're urging him to shoot. He's had a shot! It's in! And with that goal comes comfort.
Marcó en el minuto 88.
Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, his appreciation of space then was absolutely exceptional. A moving genius.
Sunderland could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond.
And the finish! Goal! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? And that will be it. Sunderland can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster that. Camera taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, the manager's pumped here, Peter. He has every right to be after leading his team.